Nobody talks about how a marriage changes you as a person.
Very true. But at the same time, at some point, you got to stop asking what works for everybody and what works best for us.
Very true. But some traditions built relationships and some quietly destroy them.
What's up, family, and welcome back to another episode of Cafecito con Jay Mely. I'm your boy Jay. This is my
I'm Mely.
wonderful, beautiful wife slash model slash hostess. Is it hostess? No. Is it hostess? Or is hostess just like, the serving people?
No, hostess.
No? Oh, okay. So, but welcome back. We appreciate all the love, support. Today's topic is a little bit more about, how, I don't want to say how we were raised, but how we handled the way we grew, the way we grew up to have a better marriage than what we
To
started
fit
with.
into a marriage.
Yeah. So, because I think when when we first got married, them first couple of years were fucking brutal. Not brutal. Not it's a bad word. That's a bad choice of words. But it was
Very.
very, very. You got to comprehend the other person,
It's
and
chaotic.
yeah. So comprehending the other person, kind of, helped or helped us along the way. Versus when we first started, it was more like I think. Well, I grew up this way, so you're wrong, or you grew up that way, and you know what I mean.
I think we failed, to realize that it's two different cultures, two different backgrounds, two different lifestyles
Right.
combining into one, trying to find the middle ground.
Yeah. And I think throughout the years, fucking shit, 20 years? 21 years this year? 21?
It'll be, yeah, 21.
Damn. That's a long ass time. Um, but throughout them 21 years, we fucking went through hell and back, and we've learned, obviously we've learned things along the way, and things that we share here and things that we want to share here, and just go through things and talk about things. And but today, talking about, because one of the points that you brought up was, nobody talks about how marriage changes you as a person. So I think one of the key things to take out of that is we got married young. So at the time, we were we were trying to figure out what the fuck we wanted, but at the same time,
Man, we
losing.
were trying to figure out who we were on top of that
Right.
because we
So
were freaking straight out of high school.
yeah, so having to get to learn like what do I want to do in life? But on top of that, how do I make my marriage important?
You know what's crazy? We saw each other grow.
We've been how
We've been together more than our parents
have
have been with us.
it's like that fucking TikTok trend that's like you raised me more.
Basically.
You spoiled. That's what you are. You're spoiled. But I think growing, being that all right, so being that we had kids young, and with the mix of fucking learning on who we want to be, how we want to be, all of that mixed in with trying to figure out a marriage, like we lost who the fuck we were. We lost who we wanted to be. And now 30 no 30 shit 21 years later, um
We're
having having
slowly
having
coming
this
back.
right having this opportunity that Javi and Ellie are older, so they got their own things going on. So we still have AJ, but even then, like there's weekends where we're like, all right, you guys are gonna watch them, we're out, we're gonna go out. And so, um, having that, we're kind of learning who we are and what like actually like what the hell do we want to do with life. And I don't know why my idea lately has been fucking photography. And I think what called me into that was just taking in the moment, being with family, friends, just taking in that moment. But at the same time, this is your fault and 100% your fault. I am a perfumist, colonist. I don't know, whatever it's called. But I got into this cologne scent smell, and fucking I'm buying like two
Addictor.
two like two colognes a day, but
A
a
week.
week. So slowly learning who we are is has been the motto lately.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel as though, and you tell me if you feel this way or if you've seen it this way.
Hmm.
I feel as though that now that the kids are too oldest are adults and they have their own things and they're more independent. We only have AJ, but yet he's independent as well.
Oh
He
yeah.
doesn't need us as much.
Lo
I
que
feel
ella
like
está añoñado. He's spoiled rotten. Like,
añoñado and spoiled is two different things.
okay, so how you say añoñado? I don't know how to say that in English.
Añoñado is like he's the baby.
Yeah,
You know,
but he's
he
spoiled.
he's spoiled, but spoiled is a whole different word.
Yeah, wrong term.
Anyways,
SAP button didn't work.
no, it's not that he's spoiled, but I feel as though that we're starting over again, like dating each other,
Yeah, yeah,
like going out more, rediscovering who we are, because for the past like 20 years, all we've ever known is mom and dad,
yeah,
mommy and papi.
yeah. We like, and I think we touched this subject one time here in the podcast, and we were just it was simply we put us, our life, our individual lives, our marriage life, you know,
We kind of put it on hold.
loyal, yeah, like the loyalty to the kids were like anything the kids wanted to do, whether it was sports, marching band or whatever, like everything of that shit took precedence over us. So there was, weekends. It was always kids, 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 and so we put our relationship and our marriage in the back burner for so long that now it's like we're rediscovering like, oh shit, like, yo, we can still do, and we're still young, like we still 40,
But guess what? Now we got that money.
yeah, hell yeah, hell
Before
yeah,
we were young and broke.
we was broke as fuck, hell yeah.
Yep.
But that also goes with maturity too, because now I don't want to say we're more financially responsible now,
Yeah.
even though I am a habitual
You're a shopaholic.
money waster.
You're a shopaholic.
Yeah, like, and but at the same time, it goes to the point like we fucking work hard for this shit. If I want it, I'm gonna buy it, like regardless, like. So now that we're debt free and we have the funds, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, buy it. But it's been a blessing to be able to have that now, because everything we had went to the kids, whether it was you know food, clothes, sports,
Whatever it was
whatever it
that
was.
they needed.
But back to the topic,
But before we even get into a deeper dive, let's do our cafecito check-in.
cafecito checking.
I mean, today we are drinking cafecito.
Facts. it's it's not early, but
It's not early,
it's like
but it's kind
midday,
of
but yeah,
this
it's
our
cold.
first drink of the day, but it's cold out.
Yo, for fucking like 2-3 days ago to be 90, and now it's fucking 58 degrees. Yeah, 58 degrees. Like, nah, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
Only in Jersey. But this week has actually is actually great. Actually, this is my first 3-day weekend in a long time. No, not mentira, because we went to. No, that wasn't a 3-day. That was just a 2-day. Um, yeah. So first 3-day weekend in a long time. So that's great for me. Even though my ass woke up at 5 o'clock, and then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up again at like 8, and then I've been up since 8 o'clock. So, but it's good. The work week wise, it felt long as shit. No problems at work, but it was just felt like it was just like in slow mo. That shit took forever. Maybe it's because I didn't take lunch, just because I wasn't working this weekend. But hey, that shit felt like it took forever. Other than that, I mean, life's been good. Life's been lifing. I can't really complain.
So, how would you rate your week in Cafecitos?
It's definitely maybe like a 4. I give it a 4.
Okay, not bad.
It'll be a 5 after we go shopping.
Oh God,
How's your week been?
help! That's the worst. Help.
How was
Mine
your
was
week?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't complain either. Work is work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just grateful to have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but everything else pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will have to
So
say 4 cafecitos
4.
too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. That's what's up. And
it'll be
so
3 after shopping
3. Wow. You
because
going
my
down?
wallet is gonna hurt.
Going down. Well, then budget yourself. Say I only want to spend this much. Don't look at me. Don't budget. Don't try to budget me and put me in a box. You know I'm an outside of the box type of person,
Okay,
type of shopper.
right.
I'm very what's that word called when you're like you just up and buy it. Like what is that word called?
Compulsive?
Yes, compulsive shopper. That's what I like to call myself.
Yeah,
Makes it
I
sound more
know.
sophisticated.
Yeah, but not your pockets.
I am the king of compulsive buying. No, that's a lot. There's this guy on TikTok that I watch. Yeah, what's he called? Like lawn dad. I don't know. He became famous because of cutting his grass. Like he has like this really nice grass. That's how you know you fucking getting old, because like grass is like impressive now. But this guy he's the same way. Like he just bought a brand new truck, and then he was like, all right, now I gotta raise it. Now I gotta get a tenant. Now I gotta do this. Now I gotta put a system in it. Now, so like he's like
Is that
became.
part of midlife crisis?
Well, no, because I think if I wanted a midlife crisis, what I'm doing is I'm going out and buying a fucking motorcycle.
You better not.
Why can't I buy a motorcycle?
No,
Why not?
no,
Why?
because it's dangerous.
So is a lot of things. But
No, and I want you to come back home
what if I
all
get
in one piece.
all right? So what if I get that? Not the Polaris. Is it the Polaris? The other one, the one with the 2 wheels in the front, one in the back.
It's the
Slingshot. The slingshot. Boom.
No,
Let's get a slingshot.
no,
Why not?
no. It's not because of you. It's because of the drivers on the road.
I know, but we're in a slingshot.
No,
We can outrace them.
that's not a lot of protection.
Yeah, maybe. Depends. So I want to ask everybody a question. Not a question. We're going to do a poll. I don't know how to do that, but comment, comment slingshot if you guys think I should get a slingshot
No,
for my midlife crisis.
no. Say no.
Why not?
No,
You know what? You're just a hater.
no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
Maybe.
No,
Debatable.
no. I remember when you fell off your bike.
Yeah.
No.
I almost
like,
got hit by my bike too.
No, like I freaking ran out of the house looking like a crazy woman.
Yeah, that was funny though. I remember that day.
Yeah, but no. All right, so how was y'all week? let
Yeah,
us know.
hopefully y'all had a good weekend. It was something that went better than last week or last couple of weeks. Want to spread positivity, so hope you guys get good positivity and things go your way.
Yeah.
But back to the topic at hand.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think? What do you think are some of the things that you had to unlearn as as our marriage evolved?
A lot of things.
Such as,
There's a lot of traditions, especially coming from an old school Spanish upbringing,
hmm
where you know, um, and if you guys do this and it works out for you guys, so be it. Not everything that works for you works for everyone, and vice versa. I just want to say that first.
clear that up.
Yeah. We, growing up, I was always told and taught, you know, the woman's place is at the home,
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen, cleaning, doing all the household chores,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And the man's job is just to go out and, be the provider,
Provided work.
and then when they come home, basically expected to be served.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a big hail to the no.
But see, I think it was a big hell no for you is because we both wanted to I don't want to say be equal, but we both wanted to provide. We both wanted to
It's to me, I see marriage and I see a partnership.
right.
It's not you're above and I'm below, and no, it's a partnership. We're gonna be walking side by side till death do us part,
Right.
right? And yes, there are things that women should be taking care of, and yes, there are things that men should be taking care of that are significant for each other's role,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
But this is the big but. If there are things that I know that I can take off to help clear your burden or help
Right.
you out,
But see,
so be it. I will do it.
right. But it goes to say like there's some shit that you're fucking better at than I am,
Right.
and there's things that I'm better at than you are. So being able to come together and actually do it as a team, that's what helps our marriage out the most is because like you're better at organization than I am. So a lot of things that have to get organized, whether it's my garage, my tools, or whatever. Hey, babe, you think you can help me organize this? And then boom, you come in and you do it. Not you do it, but you help me do it. So there's things that work out better. Don't necessarily want to have that title of, oh, this is a man's role, but of a title. All right, yo, you're better at this. I think you know what I mean. Can you take the lead on this? And I think that's where some dudes fail at is the fact that yo, if your girl's better at some shit, yo, ask for fucking help.
Not only that,
Que no
not
sea
only that,
machista.
was one thing that was that I think I was very big on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because I've seen it with my own family,
Mm-hmm.
is that, the men don't know how to cook. The men no pueden ni hervir agua, okay? Porque se le quema.
Some of them,
Like,
not all, but some, most.
no. Like, I wanted to put a stop to all of that.
Yeah.
And I said, no. We taught our kids, both male and female, all right, if you were to go to live on your own, or if I was to die tomorrow, are you going to be able to sustain yourself?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to fulfill
Or
what a household
they're
requires?
gonna eat ramen noodles every day.
That's
Cup
a
of soup.
no. I don't buy that. I don't bring that to my
Yeah,
house.
that shit's fire.
No.
A lot of sodium, but it's fire.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fire to your veins.
Eh,
Okay. So no. What did we teach? We taught our kids to
yeah.
wash clothes, wash dishes,
The
clean
grill.
bathrooms,
Javi,
clean,
Javi can grill. Javi's
you
pretty good
know,
at grilling.
and do all
At
of
least
these
at
other
least good at
things.
cooking. At least good at
You know, even though we gonna be throwing her business out there, she refuses to take out the trash
That's because
because
she's
that's
spoiled.
princess
Yeah, yeah,
treatment.
yeah. Because she wants to be a princess.
But when it comes down to it, she will get down and dirty and do it.
Yeah,
You know, for sure.
yeah. But but that goes the same way as far as like a role is one of the things that I see now a lot is men actually having a voice of an emotional voice. Because and I've seen it on TikTok, Instagram, social media, where guys, a dude will come and they'll show some type of emotion to the girl, and that's why picking the right girl is important because there's some that are like, oh, stop being a bitch, man, the fuck up,
Men don't cry.
yeah, man, don't cry, versus yo, like, all right, I never thought about that, or I never saw it in this way, or so having that, being able to open up and have that emotional comfort to be like, hey, look, like this is really fucking me up, and
Yeah, like you don't see that a lot.
right.
You don't see men open up or talk about their emotions
But nine
or
times out of 10 is because they're either taught like, yo, men don't cry, men don't show emotion, or
you gotta suck it up.
no, not only that, but you entrust someone with a little bit of emotion, and then you get stop being a
Judged.
bitch,
Yeah.
like, so then you just stop opening up. So it's crazy because I saw this reel. It was a social, I don't know, I forget which one it was. But there was this guy sitting on the curb, and he's like, he was in his feelings, and his wife comes out like recording him, almost like making fun of him, and he's like, yo, like she's like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? And he's looking at this reel of wire, and he's like, yo, I've had this wire for like 40, 50 years. And yeah, it's fucking simple. Yeah, it's something insignificant that to anyone, but to him it was like, and he even says it. He was like, to me, it's like, what have I done with my life? I've had this wire for 40 years, and I've done it for so many different projects. I've used it for so many different projects. Like all the work that I've done is now shown that it's gone off of this wire. And so the his wife, I believe it was his wife, she's like laughing at him and shit, and oh man up, like I thought you was crying over something serious, and so he just looks at her and he's like, yeah, I'm done, and he gets up and he walks away, and like low key, I felt for him because I have this it's called 16.2 wire, which is for like audio and electrical and shit, and yo, I've had that fucking wire for like 10 years now, and I still have a shit ton. And I'm like, yo, like, what's gonna happen when I'm done with this wire? Like, I've had it for so long, but I felt for him because it's like, you chose this person to be with in life, and you show them a little bit of your emotion, and it gets thrown in your face like, yo, like, man up.
Have I
And
ever
so
done that to you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think the difference was for us was when I decided to show emotion, you were just like, oh shit, I never thought about that, or oh shit, I never thought you would go through that, or because I honestly, I grew up where you know it was no, yo, let me cry, let me show an emotion, like, nah, fuck that, we never did that shit. So I just, me, I fucking boil everything up. I ball it up. I put it somewhere in my chest and swallow it. And so you pushed me more to be communicative because I was just like, all right, fuck it. It is what it is. And then you were like, well, no, you gotta say something. You gotta tell me these. Like, you gotta do this. You gotta tell. And I'll be like, no, I'm all right. I'm good. And I keep, you know what I mean? I keep rolling with life. But, I think when I finally did open up, I think you were kind of caught off guard. Because you was like, oh shit, like, what the fuck do I do? And so, like, that was something that I had to unlearn was like, yo, like, I'm 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 okay if I'm being vulnerable to you because at the end of the day, we've been married 21 years. So if I really want this shit to be another fucking 30, 40, 50 years,
God willing.
I got to be able to be comfortable with you. And I got to be able to be able to lean on you and tell you these things, not for judgment, but obviously for an understanding. And so when I finally did, I think I definitely think you were caught off guard. So, because, and it's one of them things where, it's like they always say women are the more emotional ones, which they are, obviously, you know what I mean? But to finally be able to tell you something without feeling bad about it, I think is great.
Yeah. Well, what about the the saying that marriage means sacrificing yourself? What do you think about that?
I think to a certain extent, I think when you're in when you're in a relationship and it goes into a marriage, I think there's times where you do have to sacrifice yourself and sacrifice your time and your availability to others. But within that, you also have to sacrifice time with your spouse to say, hey, you know what, I need this time alone, or I need to still do this to be able to be myself. So you have to compromise. So you have to understand that there's times where, yeah, there's times I'm gonna be dolo. There's times I'm gonna do things on my own. Majority of my time, though, let's say 75% of my time, I'm gonna be with my wife. I'm gonna be with my kids. I'm gonna be 25% of the time, 10, 15, 20%. I want to do this on my own. So I don't think you necessarily have to lose yourself, but you do have to compromise and make time for yourself. What do you think?
Yeah.
Does that
I,
make sense?
I think,
Or would you disagree?
no, I agree. I think, I don't know if sacrificing would be the right term. I think it's more of a compromise
Right.
because, you know, they always say that when you marry your spouse, you marry into that family too,
Yeah,
which is true.
it is.
It's true. But a big thing for us is holidays,
Yeah.
splitting our times between families, because it's a tough one.
But it's not only tough for us, it's tough for everybody because like our families are like my family, we don't play about that. Like we try to see each other a lot. And so on holidays it's like, yo, where you at? Why you not here? But
Right.
like, nah, you like you need to. So we do try to make it that everywhere. And sometimes I think that's like our holidays, that's like our biggest fight is like, all right, where we going?
Yeah, because at the same time, I think more so when the kids were younger, it became difficult just because
Everybody wants to see the kids.
everybody wants to, no, you need to come here. No, you need to come here. But at the same time, we wanted to build our own traditions
Yeah.
when it came to the holidays. So
It's
that
like
made it so hard.
it's like we try Christmas. So Christmas, like we always Christmas is a Christmas Eve. We're always at Jolie's house,
Yeah.
always at my cousin Jolie's house, and so it was like, all right, the one year we fucking were like, you know what, we're gonna try. It was on Turpin. The one year we was like, yeah, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna buy. Fucking house almost burnt down.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know what? Maybe next year we're gonna go to Jolie's house. So every year after, we're like, we're at Jolie's house. But but we switched it up. Like one of the traditions is now where the kids sleep in the sala in the living room, and Christmas Day, Christmas morning, that's our
That's our
time.
time.
That's us.
Yeah.
So we adjusted, but I think that's like
That takes a lot of compromise.
and it's like the same shit with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
4th of July.
Yeah. Those big holidays.
Right, where we try to make it like everywhere. And it's hard sometimes cuz like you feel like you disappoint one, but like at the same time like I don't know.
Yeah. That's just it's hard to find that middle ground or that compromise because at the same time, you know, you want to make it to everyone's family, gathering, but then at the same time it's like, are you really happy
But
because you're doing this?
right, but it leads us to the next point where, one of the things that we had to unlearn is family always comes first, no matter what. You know, sometimes there's going to be occasions where we can't make it there.
But you have to be specific. What family comes first?
Right.
Your immediate family, as in what's under your roof,
Right.
or the extended family?
No, I think in this case it's extended family. Because the people in my household, like the people under my household, and our immediate,
Our empire?
yeah, they come first no matter what. Whether it's Javi, Ellie, you, AJ, like y'all come first. Like fuck everybody else. Not all right, that was bad. But they'll always come second to you guys. There's gonna be times where we just can't make it, and family needs to. I think most of the time, family understands like, all right, y'all, they got shit going on, but there's always one or two that are like, oh no, they got to be here, especially the older generation where they're just like, no, they have to be here. So they don't maybe not understand that, we have our own things, or we have our own things that we're trying. So, like we said, there's gonna be times where it definitely gonna be family time and extended family, and having everyone over this and the third. But there's also gonna be times where it's just gonna be us.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's one of the things that as our marriage has evolved, and as time has gone by, those are things that we've learned and unlearned. But I think one of the biggest things that we learned was creating our own rules, creating our own say. Because especially when we first got married, everybody and their mama was like, "Oh no, you should do it this way," or "No, you should do it this way. You should do it this way." And it's like it got to the point where we learned that, like, all right, yo, shut the fuck up. Let me do what I got to do. Let me do it my way, and then we'll go from there. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we learned.
Yeah. And I think we even had this conversation before we even got married. Once we got engaged, and we were like, all right, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together.
Right.
In order for this to work, these are things that, we can do as a partnership.
We're not negotiables.
Yes. For example, I cook,
I clean.
you
Or
do the
wash
dishes.
dishes. Yeah.
Right? And vice versa. If you cook, I do the dishes.
Right.
Most of the time, you end up doing the dishes anyways.
You know what it is? I don't know. I have maybe it's trust issues with people washing dishes. I don't know, but I like it.
I know how to wash dishes.
I didn't say you didn't know how. I'm just saying.
Anyways, so if I wash the clothes,
I fold the clothes.
he folds the clothes, and then together we put them away. And these are just things
Yo,
that
but not for nothing. Yo, and I remember when people were like, "Yo, why you folding clothes?" Like, bitch, it's therapeutic for me, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's just therapeutic for me. Like, I can sit, like, you see me I be chilling there, folding, chilling. You be like, "Yo, speed it up." I be like, "Nah, I'm good." But it's just
like last time.
yeah. Oh yeah, you was mad as hell.
I was like, yo, like you did one piece, I did like three. Like, come on, get it together.
This ain't a race. This is therapy. But it's like, I throw on some music and I fold clothes. I be chilling.
Yeah.
Like
we split our work. It doesn't make you less of a man.
no.
And it's just we find it that's
It works. It works for us.
That's what works for us.
It keeps us. That's what keeps us grounded, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's not like so. Then it doesn't have to feel like, oh, I'm fucking doing all the work myself.
Right.
No, like we're both working at this together. We're both doing it the better.
Because at first, when you were the only one working, when the kids were small, after I had the kids,
you cook, clean.
I did everything.
Laundry. Yo, you wash fucking clothes every day. That was wild.
Not every day.
Damn near every day.
But they were babies.
Yeah. So there was a lot of
so
shit to wash.
But, as the kids got older and I was, out working as well, then that's when we were like, all right, now we have to do this.
Right. And that's what helped us create boundaries with families. And certain it's like I tell my kids all the time. And I tell this to Javi all the time too. He's our kid. But one of the things that I tell them is, you can't tell everybody everything. Because no matter if they're blood, no matter if they're friends, no matter if they're what, not everyone is going to have your best interest. Not everyone is going to be able to give you the right advice. So in certain situations that you're going to go through, some things you're going to have to learn on your own.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that will always give you advice, but always look for advice in the right people.
Yeah.
And that's something that we learned the hard way, because I think we would just go and tell people. And I remember my dad always telling me, ten cuidado con whoever you're speaking to, porque at the end of the day, el que se va a ver como un pendejo esto. Because, let's say, for instance, you talk bad about a person, right? And then you go back to that person. Now you look like a pendejo. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
not only that, like if you and your spouse had an argument and you go and you run your mouth to, let's say, your friend or whomever it is, that person automatically is going to be mad.
Or they're going to have
that spouse hold some type of resentment. Meanwhile, you go back home that same day, you kiss and make up.
Yeah, and now you look like a dumbass. So it's something that we had to learn.
Yeah, because I remember how many times we had family members that we would be cleaning at home, right? And you'd be in the laundry room, and you'd be folding the clothes.
Chilling, folding clothes.
And I'm like over here, like trying to clean up the kitchen and all these other things. And that family member would be like, "Why are you folding clothes?"
Nah.
And then they'll turn around and they'll look at me and they'll be like,
job.
"That's your job.
You should be.
Do you not know that your husband works very hard outside for him to also come inside the home and be cleaning?" that's how you lose a man.
Yeah.
You know, that was always the big thing. And I'm like,
Ain't nobody ask you.
this is what works for us.
Right.
And then you were quick to be like, no, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, this is our home. Like, she's not the only one that dirties clothes.
Right. And
We
you're not
all
the
dirty
only
clothes,
and you're not the only one that makes a mess. You're like
you know?
it's but
So,
it's like you said, it's what worked for us. So like I don't get why people have fucking issues with how we do things.
and it's always been an issue to certain family members how we run our household.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, guess what? It's my house, my rules. I pay the bills. We pay the
You know,
bills. So,
yeah. Hell yeah. But you know what's another thing that kind of pisses me off? Like we don't do it, but I've seen other people do it, is the fucking social media battle.
ugh.
Like, there's people that they'll go through something, they'll have an issue, and quickly they're on fucking social media reposting something similar. Like yo, we all know who the fuck you talking about. Like, come on. But like, that whole social media back and forth shit, like that shit gotta go, yo, because that shit'll fucking destroy you.
It'll destroy your marriage.
Yeah.
It'll destroy even your
Because
character
I
as
mean,
a person.
yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, too, it's like you're belittling that person on social media. So even though you're not saying it directly to a friend or to a family member, you're posting that shit for fucking thousands of people to see.
Yeah.
So
And one is out there is out there.
yeah,
That's
like
it.
you ain't getting that shit back.
And then not only that, para después estar como el perrito con la cola entre las patas.
Yeah,
Oh, I love you.
oh, give me.
And then like what? The following week you're posting that
Motherfuckers
y'all
mad
lovey
again and
doveys.
shit. Yeah, y'all mad one week, y'all love each other another week, and the other week y'all getting divorced, and then like now y'all back together. Now you pregnant, and like goddamn, like shit. But I mean,
Certain things should not be posted.
hell no.
Certain things should not be posted.
But
And
it goes the same way just as parenting.
yeah.
Parenting is another issue that I think we had to unlearn, and that's because, especially I think I learned this now that we're older. Like there's certain things that I let my kids get away with, and we have this discussion at work a lot because there's this guy at my job who is his kids are I think they're a little older than Javi and Ellie, but he's like on top of them still. Like if they're like fucking 12, 14, and he's just like, no, you can't do that, or you gotta do this, and I've given my kids more leeway than others. And so when they're like, you let your kids do that? I'm like, yeah. Like, I can say some shit till I'm blue in the face, but until they go through it and learn the consequences themselves, then they'll be like, oh, well, all right, maybe I should not do this. And so, the one thing that I try to always tell my kids is just be honest with it. There's certain things that we may not like or we may not want you to do, but you're gonna do it anyway. So just be honest with it. Hold yourself accountable to it.
And know the consequences to that
right.
decision.
So parenting is a big thing because there are certain things that people are always gonna have an opinion on that they're not gonna like. But that's just what it is. That's your opinion. That may not work for me. That may not work for my kids. So learning how to take the good and leave the bad is always beneficial in raising your kids because at the end of the day, they're your kids. You're gonna have to hold yourself accountable on how you raise them. And I can sit here and sit back like, yeah, of course, we're all gonna have things that we don't like, or you know what I mean, like that we don't like our kids to do, or we may not like a choice, but at the end of the day, that's their choice. They're either gonna let you know about it, or they're just gonna fucking hide it from you. So it's just you know what I mean. Learn how to take the right shit from people's advice.
Yeah.
How do
Hmm.
you feel about parenting now that our kids are older?
Harder than when they were younger,
Yeah,
to be honest,
yeah,
because they're at a point in life where they want to find themselves and they want to do things and experience things, and it's a lot of things that I've never done or got to experience. So it's like we're all going into it blindly.
oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like we were talking about it this morning. Um our daughter is making some decisions and I'm like talking to him because like what are we supposed to do with this, because I've never done this. Like
Because I've made
I've
those
never
decisions. Yeah,
I've never like experienced none of these things. So it's like help,
yeah.
but
We worked through it.
it's hard, but as long as I think that both parents and the child work through it and just communicate
and that's
effectively.
the biggest thing is fucking communication. Like
Yeah.
communication is such a broad term that people think, oh, you got to communicate with my spouse. Nah, fuck that. You got to communicate with your friends, with your
With everyone
kids,
around you.
like everything. Everything is all about communication,
Yeah.
and not communicating properly is is a downfall that most people have.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to have those uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
And they're a must
Absolutely.
because like we're not mind readers. We can't go based off assumptions,
Yeah.
and if you want something to be addressed, you have to have that uncomfortable conversation.
Conversation. Yeah.
Because if not, then guess what? You're always gonna stay stuck with the what ifs, and you're gonna
Yeah.
stay stuck with the it never got addressed.
Yeah. But something that we learn now about addressing is the the fact that we needed more alone time. We needed to prioritize our marriage above anything else now. You know, because like we've said, we've put the kids in front so much that I think we kind of got tired of putting ourselves in the back burner. And not only that, but we had our own issues that we had to argue through to continue to be like, yo, like what the fuck are we doing? Like we're married, but are like what are we doing with our marriage? Because it almost became non-existent because we put so much in front of it that we didn't allow our marriage to grow. So we learned that we needed our alone time. And then now we're learning that we also need our alone time from each other.
Yes.
So these are all things that you learn throughout life.
Yeah. And not only that, like we grow differently,
Yeah.
as individuals.
You know?
Be-
Whether it's maturity, whether it's healing, whether it's, so many things that we can go through it together, but process and grow through it at different paces.
yeah. And it's not a competition of who can get over what
Everything's a
quicker.
race. Everything is a race.
You
Okay.
know, it's not a competition.
No, they're definitely not.
Because I think in our relationship, um, and it's not to throw shade and it's not to make,
Go ahead, talk shit. Talk your shit.
but I feel as though that when we first got married, I think I was the more mature one.
Excuse me? Are you calling me immature?
Um, yeah. When we first
I
got married,
I take
yes.
that I take that as an insult.
Okay. My bad, but I
I
gotta
was
keep it 100.
I was like, I'm still fucking immature. What are you talking about? Like, I don't take shit serious in life.
So like, um, but I think that's what like as a couple that kept us grounded.
What, my immaturity?
No, just the how can I put it in a sense? As far as
The
we
different levels.
balanced each other out.
Hmm.
Because can you only imagine if we were both at the same maturity level
Yeah,
when we got married?
yeah.
If I was at your maturity level when we first got married,
Damn, it's like that.
babe,
That's
come on.
very hurtful. Hurtful.
It would have been a disaster.
Yeah, would.
Okay. But at the same time, if
Now,
you
now,
were
now,
at the
now.
maturity level that I was in,
We'd be boring as fuck. Nonsense.
wow.
No,
Wow.
no, not like that, yo. Not like that, yo. It's just because you're like, so your maturity level, especially when it comes to certain things, it's just like it's very black, black, white, white. Like there is no in between, and so you're very stuck on, like, once you're stuck on something, you're,
I'm very serious and I'm the type
yeah,
where I'll do my
like,
research.
loosen up.
And once I see that, all right, this is what I want, like I'm stuck on it.
Yeah,
There is
I
no
know
if,
that.
ands, or
I know that,
there's nothing about it.
and
Like,
that was so hard to get through sometimes because it's like you wouldn't fucking budge
mm-mm.
on certain things
Mhm.
until, later on, like now, you're like, all right, okay. But fucking before, Jesus, it was like trying to move fucking mountains. And it was just like you were just so stubborn. I'm gonna use the word stubborn because you were stubborn sometimes.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but
My feelings not hurt.
it was hard. And this isn't retaliatory, like because you called me immature. But it's just like they're like, I mean, and I'm stubborn too. Don't get me wrong, I'm stubborn.
But it's funny that we can sit here now and we
And
can laugh
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
But if it was 10 years ago, we
we'd
would
be
have been
fighting.
like
We'd be fighting.
arguing
Hell yeah.
left and right.
But it comes with the growth of learning each other. It comes with the growth of understanding each other.
Yeah.
So, you know, we also had to grow in our careers. Like I'm finally at a job where, finally at a place where I feel like I matter. Right. So I say that because there's places where
Broken your back, physically have
physically, yeah,
broken your back.
3 herniated discs.
And they didn't
And
give two craps about you. They fired you
right. On fucking COVID.
during COVID.
Because of COVID. Like, what the fuck? But, it was always, I pride myself in my work. So I've always been somewhere where I became, I don't want to say important, but I became valuable. And then that valuable turned into, oh, he's always going to be there. Of course I'm always going to fucking be there. You guys pay me. Like, I need to get paid. But I'm finally at a place where it matters. So, yeah, like every place you deal with bullshit, you deal with assholes, you deal with aggravation. But at least now it kind of matters because I'm finally getting paid better. Profit sharing is great. But, it allows me to grow in a career that actually allows me to grow, not just empty promises. Where, oh yeah, yeah, we'll give you this and we'll do this and we'll do that, and then fucking nothing happens. Um, just like you're growing now, in your career, it may not be at the pace that where you want it,
Yeah.
but so you recently interviewed at my job, and that I think opened up something for you where you were just like, wait, like maybe my job isn't that bad. I could be wrong. You tell me.
No, you're right.
And I think you sat back and you're like, well, if I leave this, I'm not gonna have this and this benefit of this. And I think you kind of took it as an understanding of, oh shit, like maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Um, but you've also understood that your career's growing, and you're gonna,
Slow and steady.
yeah, and eventually you'll be at the position where you want to be at.
Yeah.
Um, but these are all growing at different speeds. Like, you've been at your job for what, 10 years now?
Mhm.
So you're growing. So it may not be at the speed that we want, but it became a place where of understanding now. All right, I am growing. May not be as fast as I want, but I am growing. I do have this. I do have that.
Yeah.
Um, part of growth also is realizing that we're not the same fucking people we are 20 years ago.
Oh, no. No.
How would you describe me 20 now versus 20 years ago? Boom, this ain't even in our topic. Tell me, TED Talk. How am I now versus how I was 20 years ago?
You were more stubborn.
I feel like I'm less aggressive now.
You were more stubborn back when we first started. You were more, you were very, ¿cómo se dice? Que te enojaba muy ligero.
Yeah. I had anger issues.
I mean, you still do, but they're more calm.
Damn, I still do.
you you were quicker to act than you were to actually sit down and think about it.
Yeah. I think what helps me think about it now is
You got more to lose now than what you
right,
did before.
right. Like I don't want to lose what I have.
Right. So all of that. And then um I don't know, now it's more of like you've actually have grown up. Like you're more
Just an asshole. You felt like this asshole.
you have like and I think all the hardships that our marriage endured, made us grow up,
Yeah.
become more responsible, more, you know, no, you're more grounded.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate those kind words of encouragement.
Now, what about for me?
For you,
I could take the hit.
not much has to. Not like you're more, you're more understanding. I think before it was like because you didn't go through it or because you never experienced it, you were like, nope, never. But now you're more understanding. You're more comprehending.
Open minded.
You're more open. Don't be taking my words. Um, you've grown to where I think like we said when we first got married, when we first got together, you were so dependent of me, whether it was financially or you were just I think you felt as though you had to lean on me. Not that you can't now or not that you don't, but you've learned like, wait, like I'm a big girl. I can do this shit myself. So I think you've grown into a place where you feel more comfortable in your skin. You feel more comfortable making your own choices. You feel more comfortable making a decision without me.
Even
Um,
though I never do.
no, yeah, you absolutely never do. But I mean, not in a bad way. It's just like I think even with everything that I do, I think we're just like, babe, I'm gonna do this. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, we're just like, oh, you know what, we're gonna do this, or I'm gonna do this. What do you think? Oh, you think I shouldn't? Well, I'm gonna still do it. But Um, we finally got into a place where we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily always have to agree or or anything, but just we talk about everything.
Yeah.
So I think you've gotten to that place where you feel more comfortable bringing things up. Like you said, I was so hot headed and I was just so not aggressive because I was never aggressive towards you, but I fucking get mad quick.
Yeah.
That's just part of my DNA. That um you feel more comfortable now being able to like just tell me things and I don't get mad or I think one thing that I've learned a lot was to be like, oh fuck it. It is what it is. I don't think you always like it, but there's times where I'm just like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So outside of being different people these 19 years, what's the hardest part of this marriage has allowed us to evolve?
Of allowing you to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
I just think was just the letting go part
Mm-hmm.
and just be open minded.
Yeah. That was the hardest part for you.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
cause like
Why?
um I was set in stone of how I was raised.
Yeah.
And it was completely the opposite
It
of
was
how you
different.
were.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, the hardest part was when it was more recent. Within the last couple of years, um, with therapy and everything you were going through with therapy, having to watch you cry and go through that pain to be better, that was the hardest part for me because there's really nothing I could have done other than hand you a napkin and be like, it's okay, it'll be okay. But to have to watch you cry, I think that's for me. Like, for me, that's fucking horrible. Like, I'd rather get shot than to watch you cry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't, I, 'cause I never want to see you cry. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to see you hurt that way. So to watch you go through that, I think that was like the hardest for me because, you evolved, you became better, you are better. So that was, if not the hardest, but that was the hardest thing.
One of the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who we, who are we outside of being parents? Yeah, and it's crazy because like I think all of our kids' friends they say, "Oh, Bobby, mommy." Yeah. So I think as much as we identify as who we are, all like that's Hav's dad, that's Ellie's dad, that's Ellie's mom, that's Hav's mom. Like apart from that, I think we'll always just be like mommy and Bobby to some of our kids' friends. I don't think that'll ever change. Um shit. Like there's so many kids that look at us and they're just like if you think about it, there's so many kids. I run into like out here, I run into so many kids that they be like, hey, how you doing about? I'm like, who the fuck are you? You remember me? Like, oh, I went to the high school with Ellie or I went to high school with Javi and I'm like, oh yeah, like yeah. But like I think we lost the to be like we lost the ability to be like oh they're just parents or they're just this because we give back so much, which is great. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something you and I've always wanted. We always wanted our house to be that house that where these kids can come and chill and hang out and not get into trouble. Um,
I think now is the time where we're trying to find
yeah,
our own identity.
yeah, absolutely.
Because
And
for the longest, it's always just been, we're just parents.
not only that, but we're rediscovering each other as individuals. We're rediscovering our passions,
Our hobbies.
our hobbies. Like, who the fuck would have ever thought, like, oh, this guy be in the cameras, like in the pictures? Like, never.
No.
And I kind of like it, like to capture that moment. And like I said, it's I'm not a fucking like Vogue magazine cover person. Like I'll probably be the worst photographer ever.
No, not really. I mean, throw yourself some flowers. You're
No,
pretty good at
what?
it.
Eh, I have zero clue what I'm doing. So for those that do follow my own page, and I've posted, pictures of my wife, because I bought different camera lenses and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, I love it. I like to capture that moment, the smile, the laughter. But I don't think I'll ever be one of them people be like, oh, you got to pay me $1,000 to take photos. Like, I'll probably never be that guy.
Yeah.
But I do love taking pictures of the people we love, smiling, laughing, enjoying time. What's so fucking funny?
The last hunt that we went to take pictures.
What about it?
I could still see the snake.
Yo, this woman saw a snake and damn near jumped on my back. Like, you held on so tight to my arm that I think I was having fucking discoloration on my hands. It was like you was holding circulation from going to my fingertips. Because we went to the park, and I took like portrait photos of her. And we went through this one trail, and there was like this little garden snake that
You didn't even see it.
I didn't see it, but it's a garden snake. Like, that's all you're gonna have out here in Jersey.
So
Like, there's no poison. At least I don't think there's any poison in the snake. I don't fucking know.
it doesn't matter. It was
But
a snake.
yeah, so she got all like,
I got the heebie-jeebies.
yeah.
Nope. And as soon as he was like, "Oh, do you want to turn around and just go back and we
She
forget
was
this?"
like, hell no. You got all mad. You was all mad and shit.
I was mad.
I know. I felt it.
And then I was like, "Just take the pictures. Let's hurry up." And then on the way back, I was like,
But
"There
we
is
had
no way I am walking down that path
this,
again."
yeah. Despite I had to carry her, guys. But despite the aggravation at first, like, we had a good time.
Yeah.
But rediscovering that passion. I mean, I know one of your passions all the time is drawing.
I like art.
So
I like reading.
you got into that. I think I like going out.
You're an outsy person.
Yeah.
I'm more of an introvert. I'm a homebody.
Yeah. So it was like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? I was mad as fuck. I was mad as hell. Cause I was like, babe, come on, let's go out. Let's go out. And he was like, no, I just wanna stay inside. And I was like, and that's the day you stayed inside. And I went out. And literally I went to Best Buy to go look at cameras, guys. Like, that was the story of my life. And I went to go look at cameras by myself, and then I was just like, the shit. It felt mad weird just being without you. I just fucking came back home, and I was just like, I sat on the couch. I actually fell asleep on the couch. And it was just horrible.
Yeah, but it's been a journey. Because at this age, who would have ever thought that, like, yo, we're revisiting our hobbies and like all these other
Not
things.
only that, but getting into new things. Like, I was never really big on colognes and now it's just like, it's just certain smell that I have, and I'm just like, I have to have it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you some questions.
All right, go ahead.
Now that we're here, can two people stay together while growing into different versions of themselves?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because if you truly love the other person and work hard at staying in a relationship, you know, y'all can grow into, you know, it's like the butterflies, or like the reptiles that they grow and they have to come out of their shell and find a new home, or the snake that, you find their skin and all these other things. That's how we are as humans.
Yeah.
Everybody changes. You're not going to be the same 2 years down the line. You're going to evolve.
Yeah.
And I think as long as that person that you're with, makes you grow and enhances who you are as a person, it'll work.
Yeah. I think part of it is understanding too. Like it's like like we talked about earlier, we're gonna grow at different paces, different speeds. Um, but you evolve. So I'm not gonna be the same fucking Jay I was today that I was 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm still stubborn. Yeah, I still have anger management issues. There's that, but I grew to be better. I grew to have a different opinion on things that I didn't have fucking 20 years ago. So, as long as two people are able to come together and love is love, fuck it.
So do
Yeah.
you think that they can stay together?
I believe so. As long as like you're not growing up to be an asshole or a dick.
Or as long as you guys are growing
Respectful.
to be better?
Yeah, as long as it's respectful.
And not that the other person is growing and then it's like a competition of, oh, well, I did this and I did that. And then you're bringing the other person down, then absolutely not. Do not stay together.
Yeah.
But as long as it's a positive
Some people like
growth.
that toxic shit though.
I know. A mí no me gusta.
Yeah, well.
No. I mean, to each their own, but.
Should families' opinions matter as much in a marriage?
No. Coming from what we've experienced?
Yeah, I think
no.
because of what we've experienced, like
No.
people can have their opinions.
Like you can hear it, but don't.
It's up to you to take it.
Don't, yeah. Yep, let it go in one ear, not the other. Be like, okay,
Yeah,
that's your opinion.
Yeah, I don't
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, some people's opinions are stuck in the old ways or stuck in their own ways. Like
they might say it with a good intention in heart, but it's not necessarily what could work for you.
It's like we said, like at the end of the day, what works for y'all, it's great for y'all. It fucking works, right? You guys are beautiful. You guys are in love. Whatever. But that shit don't work for us. Like that shit, it ain't always gonna work. So, us taking our own path and our own decisions, like that's what worked for us.
Yeah.
So I think, although people can have their opinions, they can say their opinions, but you don't always have to always take their opinion.
Right.
Is keeping peace ruining relationships?
That's a tough one.
I think it depends, but I'm gonna have to go with yes, because if I don't say something,
it's gonna eat you up alive.
It's gonna fucking eat me, and then that's just like that shit is just gonna boil to something that's gonna fucking explode one day.
Yeah, this I think this question is opening up a whole can of worms.
Why?
Because that's like, I think that's a toxic behavior.
What? Shutting up? Not saying nothing?
Keeping the peace. Because I see it as in not speaking up, like accepting that person is.
So you see it, so you see it in a way where, like, almost like my opinion doesn't matter.
I see it as in not only in that type of sense, but I see it as in as far as the family environment. Let's put it in this type of situation. We're in a family gathering, and so likes to have like creepy or this type of behavior where it undermines someone else character or person. and in order to keep the peace, you keep quiet and you don't address it.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
True.
Like if so and so is gonna come and undermine my daughter, hell no, I'm gonna say something. Like, you're not gonna sit here and undermine my daughter,
You're
and
gonna get involved.
I'm not gonna say nothing just so that, to keep the peace of the party or the gathering because you need your ego. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna sit there and undermine my daughter or my son.
Right.
No, I'm gonna say something.
Mama bear gonna come out.
Absolutely. Just because, like, sorry, not sorry, but I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have someone to stand up for me.
Yeah.
So no, and I know how that feels. So absolutely not. I will not tolerate that behavior. I will not tolerate that type of atmosphere with what's mine.
Right.
I will stand up for mine.
Right.
No.
Okay.
100%. So no, yes, keeping the peace will ruin relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Because that monster will always be in that room.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. This
ticked you the fuck off,
yes,
yo.
it did.
You about to start slinging this shit? All right, so last question.
Okay.
Is loyalty more important than compatibility?
How about you answer it first?
I say yes, because us, for instance, we're not so much compatible as far as like likes, dislikes, stuff like that. But we're loyal to each other. I think loyalty can go into the love you put in, the time you put in, what you create. So you don't always have to be compatible and everything. But if we're loyal to each other, we're loyal to this marriage, we're loyal to this relationship, then yeah, we can fucking, I think it's more important than compatibility.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think loyalty above it all,
Mm-hmm.
because everything else could be worked on.
Yeah.
Because I think loyalty and trust go hand in hand.
Loyalty.
You don't want to get copyrighted.
I don't know. I don't even know who sings the song. I heard it. I don't know who sings it though.
Loyalty and trust, I think, come hand in hand. And that should be the foundation of every relationship, especially when it comes to your partner.
Especially loyalty.
So if you don't have that foundation, you're going to have cracks in all areas, and that will crumble a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So as we finish this up, one thing I do want to say, or do you want to say it?
Go ahead.
One thing I do want to say is, we stopped trying to become the couple that everyone expected from us. And we started becoming the couple that we needed for each other. And that's very important. To anyone out there who's either you're just fucking starting out a relationship, you've been married 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years. You got to be true to yourself. You gotta want what you want, and not allow anyone to want what you, or not allow anyone to want what you think they want. When you get married, when you find your person, you know what I mean? That's you and your person. So y'all motherfuckers gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah, it's like that saying goes, nadie sabe lo que hay en la olla más que el que lo menea.
Mm-hmm. It loses translation in English. Like in English is like the honest translation is no one knows what goes into the pot but the person who's putting it in.
Who's stirring it.
Which kind of doesn't lose translation.
Yeah, like
but
only you know what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah, so if you're gonna continue to put loyalty, trust, respect, compassion, love, all of that shit, you're gonna keep pouring into your marriage or into your relationship, you're gonna get positive things back. But if you're fucking being toxic and you're putting in arguments and disagreements and this, that, and the third, involving other people and shit that ain't got nothing to do with them, like that. And that's why I say, don't fucking tell everybody everything. Like, No one has to hear your shit. If I got a problem with you, guess what? I'm fucking coming to you and I'm telling you. I'm not. I've never been the type of person to be like, oh, I got a person with this. I got an issue with this person, but I'm gonna go tell somebody else. Not
Yeah.
like, if me and you got some shit going on. Either one or two things. We gonna fight it out or we gonna figure it out. That's simple. But that's what I think people need to learn is they got to continue to put the positive and not put in so much negative.
Yeah.
So we coming live to you guys in this episode from Jersey. So you guys know how hard Jersey can be on people.
I don't think it matters what state you live in, but
Nah, Jersey sucks. Jersey sucks. But nah, all jokes aside, guys, continue to work at it. Rome wasn't built in a fucking day. Our marriage through the last 20 years, 21 years almost together, we've had a lot of fucking ups and downs and a lot of heartaches and a lot of issues. But we've grown to work through them. We've learned that to work at it, to constantly put each other first. And one thing I will say is if you want it bad enough, it'll happen. If you try to fight for it, you know what I mean, you can make it work. But if you really honestly don't give a shit, then learn to walk away. But that's what I think. You guys can have a different opinion, obviously. You guys can always comment, like, share,
subscribe.
subscribe. Let us know what you think, man. What's something that maybe worked for you guys that other people think is
Crazy.
Weird? Let us know. All right, deuces.
Peace.